Welcome back, Devils fans, and it was announced earlier today that our very own Luke Hughes will be joining Team USA for this summer's IIHF World Championship, and congratulations to Luke Hughes, coming off a very solid rookie season in the NHL, showing a lot of promise, will be a franchise player for our New Jersey Devils, and he is now donning the USA jersey once again for international competition. And he's previously represented USA at the 2022 World Juniors, the 2022 IIHF, as well as a few of the under-17 competitions. And, you know, he deserves it. It's a shame that he's not playing in meaningful playoff hockey games in the NHL right now. But, you know, being that our season is over, I think it's a good opportunity for Luke to play with some skilled players overseas and get some more competitive games under his belt. The more experience, the better for this young kid. He's shown absolute signs of brilliance offensively, and now once he works on his defensive game a little bit and gets a little bit more solid in our own end, he is going to be an absolute stud for the Devils for years and years to come. And it's exciting. I'm hoping some of these games are televised. I'd like to see USA. If you take a look at the roster here, there's some pretty big names and interesting characters I'm sure that he's very familiar with on the roster. You know, some of note, colecaufield, Johnny Gaudreau, Dylan Larkin, trevorzegras, love Zegras, Seth Jones, and the one teammate on the list thus far that I find to be the most interesting is none other than current Ottawa Senators captain Brady Tkachuk. Now, folks, don't come after me. Don't lambaste me. Listen, I need to hold on to the little sliver of hope that I have inside of me. But this should officially start. This whole tournament overseas taking place in Czechia, Luke Hughes needs to be in Brady Tkachuk's ear, recruiting him heavily throughout this tournament. What I mean by that is, we all know Brady Tkachuk is not happy in Ottawa. He's never explicitly stated that he wants out, but obviously he's not happy. He's been there for years, and the franchise seems to be in complete disarray. Sensitive Ottawa Senators fans comment every time I mention him. They're like, you're dreaming and it's never happening. Never say never, guys. Wayne Gretzky, number 99, was traded. If 99 can get traded, anybody on the planet can get traded, and that includes your precious captain, Brady Tkachuk. And the reality is, the Ottawa Senators are a dumpster fire and have been for quite some time, and it doesn't seem like there's any hope in sight. And so Luke should start planting the little seed like, hey, Brady, we're building something in New Jersey. You know, we're an exciting team. Why don't you come maybe join us and see what we could do? It makes all the sense in the world. Brady Tkachuk represents every single thing the Devils are not. Hard-nosed, physical, tough, immediately would put balls, snarl in the lineup, tenacity, all the things you want to see of a winner that the Devils are desperately in search of right now. Brady Tkachuk brings it in spades, and that's why for the past few seasons, Brady, along with his brother Matthew, have been amongst my favorite non-New Jersey Devil players in the NHL. I love the old school hockey. These guys are son of a former legend, Keith Tkachuk. He was an animal, and as a result, both Brady and Matthew are animals, and players like this do not come around too often whatsoever, and getting Brady on this Devils squad would be absolutely amazing. It'd be the single greatest addition, in my opinion, that we could make to our roster. It just makes all the sense in the world. The line combinations would be silly, but I digress. I have some more things about Brady Tkachuk coming in the future, but hopefully Luke takes this opportunity to campaign a little bit. Jack Hughes obviously not playing for USA. He just had surgery. Jack obviously would have been invited to play with Team USA in this tournament as well had he not been injured, but he will be rehabbing his surgically repaired shoulder, so he is unavailable for the tournament. And so Luke Hughes goes into the tournament for Team USA looking to claim gold in this particular tournament for the first time in years and years. USA has not won this tournament since 1960. So it has been 64 years since America was able to claim an IIHF gold. This team seems pretty stacked. Maybe they'll have a chance to take a deep run in this tournament and bring one home. And this should also open up, you know, as an audition of sorts for Luke Hughes to solidify his name amongst the candidates for both the Four Nations Face-Off the NHL is producing kind of in lieu of the World Cup. They're having the Four Nations Face-Off tournament, and that'll be followed up by the Olympics. I believe that Jack and Quinn Hughes are both locks for both the Four Nations tournament as well as the Olympic team. And I think Luke is going to have a really good shot as well, especially if he has a strong outing in this tournament and plays well to start next NHL season. To have all three Hughes brothers representing USA in international tournaments would be something, pretty ridiculous to see. We may never see that again in our lifetime. But I fully expect that Luke probably will make it. So I do think we look forward to a Team USA in both the Four Nations face-off and the Olympics with Jack, Luke, and Quinn Hughes all wearing America's jersey. And hopefully we could win one of these tournaments. I mean, to win Olympic gold would be phenomenal. USA came so close. In 2010, former Devil Zach Parise tied the game up in the gold medal game very late, tied it up to send it to overtime, and then Sidney Crosby drove the dagger through our hearts with his overtime goal, getting yet another gold medal for Canada. And, with the NHL guys back, Team USA in all these tournaments is going to be just completely filthy. Completely filthy. You're going to have the Hughes brothers, whether it's two or three of them, the Tkachuk brothers, Austin Matthews. The list just goes on, and we're going to be lethal. I'm very excited for international hockey being an American. Team USA will be super interesting. Should have a chance to beat anyone and everyone, including Canada, which will also be a completely filthy, star-studded lineup from top to bottom. Canada, USA in a gold medal game in the Olympics would be something really special. And hopefully it ignites fans, worldwide and continues to grow our beautiful game. I don't think there's any bigger exposure than Olympic hockey for the NHL, and showcasing some of our best players in these tournaments, I think, is very wise business by the league, and I'm glad that we're finally allowing the NHL players to go back. All those years where we weren't going to the Olympics, it kind of sucked. I always looked forward to that when I was younger, and I'm glad to see that it's back. But Luke Hughes on Team USA for this summer tournament. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. What do you think about Team USA's chances to win? What do you think about Luke's chances to make the Four Nations face-off roster or the Olympic roster? Another advantage to him, outside of obviously being a great player, is that Tom Fitzgerald is an assistant GM, I believe, to Billy Guerin, another former New Jersey Devils legend. Bill Guerin, 1995 Stanley Cup champion, won a cup with the Pens. Absolute great hockey figure in recent years. Absolutely love Bill Guerin. But Luke has all the ability to make the team, and all the things seem to be in place for him to be on all these teams. So it'll be very interesting to see how that all plays out. Let me know in the comments about anything going on with the playoffs, Devils, anything else hockey. Just throw it out there in the comments. I will be back soon. Watching these playoff games is both exciting and kind of depressing for me, being that our New Jersey Devils are sidelined until October, but we'll be facing our old coach, Lindy Ruff in Czechia, to open up the season. 2 games against the Sabres. That'll be super interesting going against Lindy. I'm sure there'll be a lot of interesting interviews and stories and plot lines kind of leading up to that. And I know some of you have mentioned in the comments that you're trying to go to that. I would love to go to that, but that's just, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of time and expense and yada, yada. I don't know. I'm sure it is going to be super cool. Maybe I will consider going. I don't know. I have a lot of trips and different things planned, so we'll see how that all shakes out. But Luke Hughes named to Team USA today. Good for Luke. Hopefully I could catch some of these games televised or streaming somewhere, because I love watching international hockey. But I will talk to you all soon. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.